Hi everyone, welcome back to Bible in a Year. My name is Natalie, and today we are starting day 14 in our reading of the Bible cover to cover this year. I'm so glad you're here, and I hope you're having a wonderful day today. Today we're going to be reading Genesis 15 and 16. Then we'll move to Nehemiah 7, Luke chapter 7, verses 1 through 35, and then we'll close it out with Psalm 12. So let's get started. Genesis chapter 15. After these things, Yahweh's word came to Abram in a vision, saying, "Don't be afraid, Abram. I am your shield, your exceedingly great reward." Abram said, "Lord Yahweh, what will you give me since I go childless? And he who will inherit my estate is Eliezer of Damascus." Abram said, "Behold, you have given no children to me, and behold, one born in my house is my heir." Behold, Yahweh's word came to him, saying, "This man will not be your heir, but he who will come out of your own body will be your heir." Yahweh brought him outside and said, "Look now towards the sky and count the stars, if you are able to count them." He said to Abram, "So your offspring will be." He believed in Yahweh, who credited it to him for righteousness. He said to Abram, "I am Yahweh, who brought you out of Ur of the Chaldees to give you this land to inherit it." He said, "Lord Yahweh, how will I know that I will inherit it?" He said to him, "Bring me a heifer 3 years old, a female goat 3 years old, a ram 3 years old, a turtle dove, and a young pigeon." He brought him all these and divided them in the middle and laid half opposite the other, but he didn't divide the birds. The birds of prey came down on the carcasses, and Abram drove them away. When the sun was going down, a deep sleep fell on Abram. Now terror and great darkness fell on him. He said to Abram, "Know for sure that your offspring will live as foreigners in a land that is not theirs, and will serve them. They will afflict them 400 years. I will also judge that nation who they will serve. Afterward they will come out with great wealth, but you will go to your fathers in peace. You will be buried at a good old age. In the 4th generation they will come here again, for the iniquity of the Amorite is not yet full." It came to pass that when the sun went down and it was dark, behold, a smoking furnace and a flaming torch passed between these pieces. In that day Yahweh made a covenant with Abram, saying, "I have given this land to your offspring from the river of Egypt to the great river, the river Euphrates, the land of the Kenites, the Kenizzites, the Cadmonites, the Hittites, the Perizzites, the Rephaim, the Amorites, the Canaanites, the Girgashites, and the Jebusites." Chapter 16. Now Sarai, Abram's wife, bore him no children. She had a servant, an Egyptian, whose name was Hagar. Sarai said to Abram, "See now, Yahweh has restrained me from bearing. Please go into my servant. It may be that I will obtain children by her." Abram listened to the voice of Sarai. Sarai, Abram's wife, took Hagar, the Egyptian, her servant, after Abram had lived 10 years in the land of Canaan, and gave her to Abram for her husband to be his wife. He went into Hagar, and she conceived. When she saw that she had conceived, her mistress was despised in her eyes. Sarai said to Abram, "This wrong is your fault. I gave my servant into your bosom, and when she saw that she had conceived, she despised me. May Yahweh judge between me and you." But Abram said to Sarai, "Behold, your maid is in your hand. Do to her whatever is good in your eyes." Sarai dealt harshly with her, and she fled her from her face. Yahweh's angel found her by a fountain of water in the wilderness, by the fountain on the way to Shur. He said, "Hagar, Sarai's servant, where did you come from, and where are you going?" She said, "I am fleeing from the face of my mistress Sarai." Yahweh's angel said to her, "Return to your mistress and submit yourself under her hands." Yahweh's angel said to her, "I will greatly multiply your offspring, and they will not be counted for multitude." Yahweh's angel said to her, "Behold, you are with child, and will bear a son. You shall call his name Ishmael, because Yahweh has heard your affliction. He will be like a wild donkey among men. His hand will be against every man, and every man's hand against him. He will live opposed to all of his brothers." She called the name of Yahweh, who spoke to her, "You are a God who sees." For she said, "I have even stayed alive after seeing him." Therefore the well was called Bir-lahai-roi. Behold, it is between Kadesh and Bered. Hagar bore a son for Abram. Abram called the name of his son, whom Hagar bore, Ishmael. Abram was 86 years old when Hagar bore Ishmael to Abram. That story always makes me sad. Women arguing and fighting, and it really boils down to the Lord takes care of it. It wasn't necessary for the argument and the banishment. We just always seem to get in the way of what the Lord wants, huh? So moving on to Nehemiah 6. No, I'm sorry. We're moving on to Nehemiah 7. We read Nehemiah 6 yesterday. And it would appear we have a generation or a genealogy coming. So here we go. Now when the wall was built and I had set up the doors and the gatekeepers and the singers and the Levites were appointed, I put my brother Hanani and Hananiah, the governor of the fortress, in charge of Jerusalem, for he was a faithful man and feared God above many. I said to them, "Don't let the gates of Jerusalem be opened until the sun is hot, and while they stand guard. Let them shut the doors, and you bar them, and appoint watches of the inhabitants of Jerusalem, everyone in his watch, with everyone near his house." Now the city was wide and large, but the people were few therein, and the houses were not built. My God put into my heart to gather together the nobles and the rulers and the people, and that they might be listed by genealogy. I found the book of the genealogy of those who came up at the first, and I found this written in it. These are the children of the province who went up out of captivity of those who had been carried away, whom Nebuchadnezzar, the king of Babylon, had carried away, and who returned to Jerusalem and to Judah, everyone to his city, who came with Zerubbabel, Jeshua, Nehemiah, Azariah, Ramiah, Nahamani, Mordecai, Bilshan, Mispereth, Bigval, Neam, and Banan. The number of the men of the people of Israel, the children of Parash, 2,172. The children of Shephatiah, 372. The children of Arah, 652. The children of Pahath-Moab, of the children of Jeshua and Joab, 2,818. The children of Elam, 1,254. The children of Zatu, 845. The children of Zakai, 760. The children of Benui, 648. The children of Babai, 628. The children of Azgad, 2,322. The children of Adon-Akam, 667. The children of Bigvai, 2,067. The children of Adin, 655. The children of Adar of Hezekiah, 98. The children of Hashem, 328. The children of Bazai, 324. The children of Hariph, 112. The children of Gibeon, 95. The men of Bethlehem and Netopha, 188. The men of Anatoth, 128. The men of Beth Asmaveth, 42. The men of Kiriath Jearim, Chephirah, and Beeroth, 743. The men of Ramah and Geba, 621. The men of Michmas, 122. The men of Bethel and Ai, 123. The men of the other Nebo, 52. The children of the other Elam, 1,254. The children of Haram, 320. The children of Jericho, 345. The children of Lod, Hadid, and Ono, 721. The children of Sinah, 3,930. The priests, the children of Jediah, of the house of Jeshua, 973. The children of Immer, 1,052. The children of Pashur, 1,247. The children of Haram, 1,017. The Levites, the children of Jeshua and of Camil, of the children of Hodavah, 74. The singers, the children of Asaph, 148. The gatekeepers, the children of Shalom, the children of Ader, the children of Talmon, the children of Akub, the children of Hatita, the children of Shabai, 138. The temple servants, the children of Zehah, the children of Hasupha, the children of Tabaoth, the children of Keros, the children of Sia, the children of Padan, the children of Labana, the children of Hagabah, the children of Salmai, the children of Harian, the children of Gidel, the children of Gahar, the children of Reiah, the children of Rezin, the children of Nekoda, the children of Gazam, the children of Uzzah, the children of Paseah, the children of Basai, the children of Mianim, the children of Nephishizim, the children of Bekuk, the children of Hakapha, the children of Harhur, the children of Bezlith, the children of Mehida, the children of Harsha, the children of Barkos, the children of Sisera, the children of Tamah, the children of Neziah, and the children of Hatipha. The children of Solomon's servants, the children of Satai, the children of Sephareth, the children of Perida, the children of Jala, the children of Darkon, the children of Gedal, the children of Shephatiah, the children of Hatil, the children of Pakareth, Hasbaim, and the children of Ammon. All the temple servants and the children of Solomon's servants were 392. These were those who went up from Tel-Melah, Tel-Harisha, Cherub, Adon, and Limmer. But they could not show their fathers' houses, nor their offspring, whether they were of Israel. The children of Deliah, the children of Tobiah, the children of Nekoda, 642. Of the priests, the children of Habiah, the children of Hakaz, the children of Barzillai, who took a wife of the daughters of Barzillai, the Gileadite, and was called after their name. These searched for their genealogical records, but couldn't find them. Therefore, they were deemed disqualified and removed from the priesthood. The governor told them not to eat of the most holy things until the priest stood up to minister with Urim and Thummim. The whole assembly together was 42,360, in addition to their male servants and their female servants, of whom there were 700. Let me start that over. In addition to their male servants and their female servants, to whom there were 7,337. They had 245 singing men and singing women. Their horses were 736, their mules 245, their camels 435, their donkeys 6,720. From among the heads of the fathers' households gave to the work. The governor gave to the treasury 1,000 derricks of gold, 50 basins, and 530 priests' garments. Some of the heads of fathers' households gave into the treasury of the work 20,000 derricks of gold and 2,200 minas of silver. That which the rest of the people gave was 20,000 derricks of gold, plus 2,000 minas of silver, and 67 priests' garments. So the priests, the Levites, the gatekeepers, the singers, some of the people, the temple servants, and all Israel lived in their cities. When the 7th month had come, the children of Israel were in their cities. Yay! So that was Nehemiah 7. Great record of history. And now we move on to Luke chapter 7, but we're only going to read verses 1 through 35. I'm just going to double check here, make sure I have my stopping point. Yes, I do, because I will just keep on going. I'm enjoying Luke. I hope you like it too. All right, Luke chapter 7. After he had finished speaking in the hearing of the people, he entered into Capernaum. A certain centurion's servant, who was dear to him, was sick at the point of death. When he heard about Jesus, he sent to him elders of the Jews, asking him to come save his servant. When they came to Jesus, they begged him earnestly, saying, "He is worthy for you to do this for him, for he loves our nation, and he built our synagogue for us." Jesus went with them. When he was now not far from the house, the centurion sent friends to him, saying to him, "Lord, don't trouble yourself, for I am not worthy for you to come under my roof. Therefore, I didn't even think myself worthy to come to you. But say the word, and my servant will be healed. For I also am a man placed under authority, having under myself soldiers. I tell this one, 'Go,' and he goes, and to another, 'Come,' and he comes, and to my servant, 'Do this,' and he does it." When Jesus heard these things, he marveled at him, and turned and said to the multitude who followed him, "I tell you, I have not found such great faith, no, not in Israel." Those who were sent, returning to the house, found that the servant who had been sick was well. Soon afterwards, he went to a city called Nain. Many of his disciples, along with a great multitude, went with him. Now when he came near to the gate of the city, behold, one who was dead was carried out, the only born son of his mother, and she was a widow. Many people of the city were with her. When the Lord saw her, he had compassion on her and said to her, "Don't cry." He came near and touched the coffin, and the bearers stood still. He said, "Young man, I tell you, arise." He who was dead sat up and began to speak. Then he gave him to his mother. Fear took hold of all, and they glorified God, saying, "A great prophet has arisen among us, and God has visited his people." This report went out concerning him in the whole of Judea and in all of the surrounding region. The disciples of John told him about all these things. John, calling to himself two of the disciples, sent them to Jesus, saying, "Are you the one who is coming, or should we look for another?" When the men had come to him, they said, "John the Baptizer was sent to you, saying, 'Are you the one who comes, or should we look for another?'" In that hour he cured many of diseases and plagues and evil spirits, and to many who were blind he gave sight. Jesus answered them, "Go and tell John the things which you have seen and heard, that the blind receive their sight, the lame walk, the lepers are cleansed, the deaf hear, the dead are raised up, and the poor have good news preached to them. Blessed is he who finds no occasion for stumbling in me." When John's messengers had departed, he began to tell the multitudes about John. "What did you go out into the wilderness to see? A reed shaken by the wind? But what did you go out to see? A man clothed in soft clothing? Behold, those who are gorgeously dressed and live delicately are the king's courts. But what did you go out to see? A prophet? Yes, I tell you, and much more than a prophet. This is he of whom it is written, Behold, I send my messenger before your face, who will prepare the way before you. For I tell you, among those who are born of women, there is not a greater prophet than John the Baptizer. Yet he who is least in God's kingdom is greater than he. When all the people and the tax collectors heard this, they declared God to be just, having been baptized with John's baptism. But the Pharisees and the lawyers rejected the counsel of God, not being baptized by him themselves. To what then should I compare the people of this generation? What are they like? They are like children who sit in the marketplace and call to one another, saying, We piped to you, and you didn't dance. We mourned, and you didn't weep. For John the Baptizer came neither eating bread nor drinking wine, and you say, He has a demon. The Son of Man has come eating and drinking, and you say, Behold, a glutton and a drunkard, a friend of tax collectors and sinners. Wisdom is justified by all her children. All right, I'm going to hold my thought and move on to Psalm 12. I've been noticing in some of the videos I get a little chatty, and it might be inappropriate. So we're just going to keep this thought and move on to Psalm chapter 12. And this was for the chief musician upon an 8-string lyre, a psalm of David. Help, Yahweh, for the godly man ceases. For the faithful fail from among the children of men. Everyone lies to his neighbor. They speak with flattering lips and with double heart. May Yahweh cut off all the flattering lips and the tongue that boasts, who have said, With our tongue we will prevail. Our lips are our own. Who is Lord over us? Because of the oppression of the weak and because of the groaning of the needy, I will now arise, says Yahweh. I will set him in safety from those who malign him. Yahweh's words are flawless words, as silver refined in a clay furnace, purified 7 times. You will keep them, Yahweh. You will preserve them from this generation forever. The wicked walk on every side, when what is vile is exalted among the sons of men. Oh, he is good. God is good. He loves us and he wants us. In Luke, we hear, here I said I was going to keep the thought to myself. Here we go. Blech. In Luke, we hear Jesus trying to explain. He's trying to explain to those who are confused. God doesn't just set us out here on earth to, fumble and bumble and, roll around like boulders on the earth, crashing into things and having no direction. He wants us to understand that he is love and that he wants us in relationship. He wants to hear our prayers. And boy, I hope every one of you can do that today. If you can just find that minute in your day to just be quiet and touch your heart and just have a heart-to-heart with the Lord, and he will hear you, and he will keep bringing understanding. So come on back for tomorrow, which will be day 15. And I hope you have the best day today, and we will see you tomorrow. Bye.